first met when I put an ad in the newspaper, personal ads column, and Jon answered my ad.
I found Peggy in between the births, deaths and marriages section. Sounded like a good sort.
So is it dinners on a tray, slippers warming by the fire and a low-maintenance garden? Not quite. Jon worked as a computer games producer and with £450,000 plans to create an open-plan home that incorporates everything from mood lighting to a fully automated home entertainment system.
We are definitely not traditional pensioners. The last thing we want to do is just to fade away into the sunset.
Quite so, but on the issue of the new house, there's a bit of disagreement.
Now, I'm probably slightly different, less keen to have a major project.
For the last 11 years, they've been living together in Derby. But now their property is sold, they're ready to fulfil their dream of moving to the Norfolk coast.
62, our first home together. Start of a new adventure. Are you really 62?
Are you?
With close to 150 miles between them and their search area, house hunting has been heavy going so far.
But with you on board, Phil, it should be plain sailing.
Now, the budget's $450.
Yeah.
It's a decent sum of money.
Yes.
But there's quite a lot of requirements that come with it. Tell me what the priorities are. What have we absolutely got to get right?
We want to be able to walk to the sea.
It needs to be a nice, quiet location, peaceful, but not isolated.
Tell me about the house itself.
Something with character, but also something with potential, something that we can actually do a lot to. I love technology, but of course I can add that at a later stage.
He's got it all mapped out, hasn't he?
Jon is looking for a big project. Now, I'd be quite comfortable with a less big project.
OK.
It's just I have concerns about living in a building site.
What do you think my challenges will be?
We're so remote from the Norfolk coast that we haven't actually had the ability to look around all the areas, and we're hoping that you can actually find somewhere that we would possibly not have even considered.
But we have faith in you.
You've been watching too much TV.
I think so, possibly.
Peggy and Jon have a maximum spend of £450,000 and an extensive wish list. Jon wants a major project, whereas Peggy is more interested in the feel of a property.
It should be detached and secluded, with character, have 4 bedrooms, a big garden and a garage.
I think I'm going to have my work cut out for me on this one.
As we search, almost 10% of Norfolk properties are second homes, and there's a bit of a shortage for the eager buyer. But Phil is confident he's found a contender for Jon and Peggy in the village of West Rumpton.
It's within walking distance to the beach, and if Jon wants a project, there's plenty of scope for it here.
We're going to have a look at this house.
Yes, that's nice.
There are currently 4 bedrooms, 2 reception rooms and a separate kitchen. But this configuration could easily be altered by Jon, giving him that project he's after.
It's being marketed just short of £360,000, 90 grand under budget, so there's enough money left over for Jon to let his imagination run wild.
Come on in.
Thank you.
All right.
But come through to the main room.
Oh.
This house could be opened up very easily and very nicely.
Yes.
Yes.
With the kitchen currently through there.
Looks to me as if we should go out that way.
It's got the aspect already on the garden, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's all we were talking about, pushing out at the back.
Yes.
Jon is a man with a plan, there's no denying that, and I'm pleased that he can see the potential here, as can Peggy. But I'm concerned that what I have to show him next might derail his enthusiasm.
I wanted you to see where the railway is at the end of the garden. It's sunk low. It's a local railway, so it's not intercity or anything.
Yes, I think we're looking for somewhere sort of tranquil, and I don't think having a train line at the end of the garden quite hits that mark. We'll see. It'll be interesting to go out.
Can't have it all, Jon. You can't have it all.
Although I fear that's exactly what he's expecting.
I think this could could make a good office, actually.
Oh, right.
Can you see out the window?
I do.
And the railway is just there.
You know, there is always going to be the compromise, isn't
I know,
there?
but that's going to be far worse in the summer.
I know.
So Peggy understands the need for a bit of give and take. At least that's one of them on board.
Now, I'm not going to have a moan, I promise, because Jon is making very valid points. It's just that he's got a very long list of requirements, and the most important of them was going to be walking distance to the beach and ability to do a project. Not going to say any more than that. He's a very clever man. It's just he's missing one word out of his vocabulary, and it begins with C.
I've got one beginning with C for you. Confrontation.
So, how are we doing? What's the verdict?
There are some downsides, as you pointed out,
Yeah.
but the property itself actually could be turned into something wonderful.
I've got other houses to show you, so I'm happy with that. We should move on. And I should just kind of emphasise, I am absolutely here to find you the best possible house that I can. But you do realise you're not going to get everything, don't you? No one ever does. you really do think you're going to get everything? No!
Where's the emergency escape hatch? Please tell me there is one. Peggy's been quite clear she doesn't mind a bit of work, but she's nowhere near as gung-ho as project-hungry Jon. So it's time to redress the balance.
I've kind of cast this one as more of a Peggy house.
Oh, right.
I wanted to kind of explore an option that wasn't so much of a project.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed there's no garage, which we were hoping for, and also the width of the property means that there's nowhere to put a garage,
Sure.
which could be a potential issue.
What I would really like is if Jon just relaxed and enjoyed the viewing, so we can find out a bit more about what Peggy wants.
There are hints of the contemporary style they like here, but overall, the decor is a bit more traditional, with 2 bright reception rooms, 4 bedrooms and a good-sized garden.
It's just shy of £340,000, 110 grand below their budget, so more than enough to install all of Jon's high-tech gadgetry.
Over the last 3 years, everything's been done. So it's
right.
rewired, replumbed, extended, windows.
Yes, the lot.
The lot.
All the things I want to do.
Jon, if you don't mind me saying, so you've got a look about you that says, I'm going to try and be interested, but really...
No, I will certainly look at the rest of the house. I mean, it's a really nice kitchen. I don't think we would actually do it this way, to be honest.
But we wouldn't change it from
No, but
something
we
that was
wouldn't change
perfectly
it.
acceptable, would we?
I think there might be a little
I
bit
think
of
so.
Disharmony here between
Yes.
us in that. I'd be
It's
quite
okay.
happy to go with certain things that Jon might not be so happy to.
We looked at a Jon house this morning. We're looking at a Peggy house this afternoon.
Once again, Peggy's open-minded about the idea of compromise.
But Jon keeps on shutting those doors.
So this is the main living space that they've added onto the back.
Oh, right. Yes.
L-shaped room,
Yes.
Unusual shape.
supported by the dining
A
room.
dining room, which looks a nice size room.
And now a lacklustre response from Peggy, which is somewhat worrying. This search is rapidly getting out of hand. I think it may be time for that confrontation.
Where are you genuinely at between a turnkey property versus a project?
Well, you've brought us to a turnkey property and it's still not fulfilling our criteria. So I think a project is the way we're going to go. Are we giving you mixed messages?
No, I'm getting things are becoming clearer.
Good.
Doesn't make it necessarily any easier because the market is tough and the wish list is long. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sensing any element of the wish list which...
We can let go of.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I need you to have the same discussion with Jon as well to find out if... Because I think he was the one who is the one that needs to identify the compromise.
I've just been wondering why on earth I always get myself in these kind of awkward situations where I have to be mediator between man and wife. It is part of the role of a house finder, but it's not easy, particularly with Jon. He's very set in his ways.
But you love it, Phil, helping a damsel in distress.
You two in here?
Yes.
Having a look
Having a
around.
look at the garden.
Yeah. How did you get on, Jon?
It does have lots of very nice rooms, but I have a feeling I would still want to make some changes.
Do you see any areas of compromise or...
I really don't, to be totally honest. I'm just hoping we can find everything we're after.
I'm kind of worried that your list of requirements is so lengthy and so specific. It means we've got very few properties that we can seriously consider. And it's a question of kind of how long you're prepared to wait to find it.
This is going to be our final move, and we've got to make sure it's 100% right.
Yeah.
Well, I've done my best, but I'm not sure it's enough to bring him round. And I'm running out of places to show them.
For our final property, we're staying in the town of Sheringham, otherwise known as Last Chance Saloon.
Well, this house here has just come to the market. I think it's an absolute belter. But I'm a bit nervous because it is my last chance to get it right for Jon and Peggy. All okay?
Yes, lovely.
Holding hands, obviously still in love. How are discussions? Any conclusions?
I think in reality we appreciate there's got to be compromise somewhere. Maybe we could potentially have something that's not quite as much of a project.
Okay.
That's the mix between the project and cosmetic.
Yeah.
Well, it just so happens.
Well,
Yay!
Come on, you two.
And while we're on the subject of flexibility, after a moderate amount of reworking, this place could be perfect for them.
As usual, the layout could change, but the important thing is that overall there's the space they want. In its current form, there are 2 reception rooms, a kitchen, 4 double bedrooms and a well-maintained garden.
It's just come onto the market at a touch under £380,000, 70 grand below budget, so money left over to do what they want to do. But before we head inside, I want to show them the real selling points of this place and the main reason they're in Norfolk.
Oh, my word.
You wanted a little bit of peace, countryside, ability to see the sea.
Well, there it is. That's a fabulous view. It is.
So far, so good with the setting and the view. But as we know, it's the inside that has to strike a tricky balance.
I've kind of pictured this as the middle ground between the two of you, if you like.
Yeah.
It's big enough for you,
Yes.
so it doesn't need extending.
No.
But yet there is still plenty for Jon to get involved in terms of updating it.
Yeah, I'm already trying to work out how we can add some nice techie gadgets to the property. I'm not a fan of conservatories. I would actually probably replace that, but generally it's got the feel.
Yes.
And it's a property that you would want to do it to.
Credit where credit's due. Jon isn't single-mindedly focused on his project this time. He's starting to think more like Peggy about the home they could create together.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It is.
They're like different people. Mind you, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised because it is a very good option and it's a good option for both of them. That's what I was trying to find. It's time to put my feet up.
I think you can modernise this really nicely.
Very easily.
There have been several moments throughout this search when I really thought we weren't going to find them the perfect house, but we might just have done it.
I think we like this one.
I would endorse what you've just said. I think it's lovely.
I'm glad.
Yeah?
It's been a good viewing. We're very, very happy, I
Yes,
think.
it's been a journey.
So this is the property they want, but I've still got to secure it, which means the journey's not over for us yet.
In Norfolk, Jon and Peggy's sights are firmly on the 4-bed in Sheringham with the fabulous views. So it's up to Phil to try and seal the deal. It's on the market at just shy of £380,000, but they're going in with a cheeky offer of £350,000.
Hello, Jen, it's Phil Spencer. I do have an offer for you from Jon and Peggy. The figure that I've been asked to submit to you is for £350,000. Thanks, Jen. Thanks. Good luck. Bye. She promised to submit it in as positive light as she can.
Okay, thank you.
Unfortunately, Peggy and Jon's opening gambit is rejected, as is their second offer of £360,000. So they're giving it one last push, with their best and final bid of £362,000, hoping that this will be enough to seal the deal.
Hello? Hi. Hi, Jen. OK. I'll pass that news on, and we'll see where we go. Thanks. You've just bought a hat. Yeah. 362. All agreed.
Thank you, Phil.
Off the market. The board's coming down this afternoon. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
A great result, and when Phil went back to Norfolk just over a year later, Project Renovation was well underway.
Hello, Peggy. Hi there.
Welcome.
Very nice to see you.
Great to see you again.
When Jon and Peggy bought this house, the old-fashioned downstairs was a far cry from the modern pad they longed for. But thanks to some serious grafting, they've transformed it into a slick, open-plan area they can really enjoy.
Oh, this is a different house.
It is.
Did you knock it down and build another one?
We did, yes.
Sort of, yes.
There's been a lot of structural work going on, but it's really nice.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
It's
Thank you.
absolutely gorgeous.
The clever reworking of the space meant the marvellous views could be fully enjoyed. And naturally, tech fiend Jon had installed systems that allowed for separate radiator zones and lighting, all controlled from a tablet.
It's cool.
It's cool.
It is.
There was plenty still awaiting transformation, though, and Jon was taking a thoroughly organised approach.
This is the nerve centre.
No sense.
This is our project plan
Yeah.
with all our wonderfully coloured stickers on, and it gives us a record of how long it took to do certain things.
Yeah.
So we can sort of use that for the next phase
Of course.
the project.
Jon and Peggy certainly got off to a fantastic start on Project Transformation, and there was no looking back. It's now 2.5 years since we last saw them, and in that time, practically every inch of their house has been reworked and revamped.
We've done the work in the hallway, we've done the halls, doors, we've renovated the front sitting room, renovated the 2 bathrooms, and we've renovated the bedroom upstairs, done the stairs and landing, and we've also done other stuff, I think. Can you remember? I can't remember anymore.
It's certainly a lot to keep track of. What a difference they've made.
We've definitely put our own stamp on it, haven't we? You've worked so hard. It's done such a lot of work on it.
I've been project managing the build, doing a lot of the work myself, and I've found some new skills, and I've created a bookcase on the landing, which we needed to have something bespoke to fit in that area, and that was good fun. I bought lots of new power tools to do that.
Ever the gadget man is our Jon, and the house is not the only thing they've made over. To take advantage of that verdant outlook, Jon ditched all shrubbery in the back garden, apart from the lovely birch tree.
It's almost like an infinity lawn where it just blends into the fields beyond. It looks as if that's all our garden. But luckily, we only have to mow this little bit here.
They'd originally banked on spending 100 grand on renovations, but they've somewhat exceeded that.
I did have figures, but then we stopped counting.
We had to, we would go mad.
A great investment, though. I do recall Peggy not being that keen on living through a huge renovation, so...
Was it worth it? Yes, of course it was worth it. It was really worth it. It was worth every day of all the things that we had done. It really was.
Moving from Derby to be near the sea also meant a new community. And Peggy's now very active in a couple of local organisations.
One is the University of Third Age. The other is a National Decorative and Fine Arts Society. And that's introduced me to a lot of new experiences.
Midway through the rest of the renovations, Jon had a bit of a health scare. But after a heart procedure, he's now back on top form and on schedule. He reckons things are 95% finished, with some minor decorating and more landscaping to do.
And I should think probably in another year we'll be finished and we'll just be able to sit out on the decking.
Oh, as if.
With a nice cup
as
of
if
tea.
you'll sit out on the decking.
Agreed, Peggy. It's hard to imagine. It is great to see our transplanted Norfolkians so settled into their new locale.
It's just a completely different way of life. Everything's a lot slower and nicer. People are friendlier and we're loving it.
It's just ideal.
I don't think we could have found this area and this particular house if it wasn't for Phil.
And I think that he did us proud, really, didn't he, in what he found.
It's turned out perfectly.
It has. It's been brilliant.
But with all their hard work, it's Jon and Peggy who have made this the fantastic coastal home it is today. And it's wonderful to see them so happy with life.